back to another exciting episode of Saturday Shade. I'm your host, Nene Kabutey. And on today's topic, we are going to talk about moving for love. I don't know about y'all, but that's a stretch for me. But hey, it's a conversation. I mean, listen, it might not work for me sometimes. It might work for me sometimes, okay? And today I have some special guests as well. I have Kailyn. First time in history, I think I have your name right?
Okay.
We have Alex and we have Alexa. So let's just say maybe J Rose. Maybe he likes to go by that.
It's good.
Cool. And I'm actually rep one of Alex's brand, his T-shirt. Check out his brand. You know, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's I Rose Again, and it has a very. Listen, this message actually works for everybody, and this says, "Fall 7 times, get up on the 8th one." So listen, it might be quarantine, you might be losing your job or whatever. But you gotta make shit happen, okay? This is a time for you to make things happen. So please, get off the couch, get out there, and make it happen for you, okay? And don't forget to also follow us on our social media. On Instagram, it's Saturday Shade. On Twitter, it's SS and Kabutey. And do not forget to hashtag Saturday Shade as well. So we are going to go right into the conversation right now. And my question is, or the conversation is, moving for love.
Wait, hold on. Did you not introduce me?
I did that already.
Oh.
Nah, she want a special introduction. Like it gotta be like 5 minutes long. Grammy nominated. I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to leave this. I'm going to leave this in during the edits because I'll be.
You want to tell that
you want to introduce yourself, or what do you want to do? Tell me. Just I'm going to leave this in the edit, so.
Is she moving on y'all's? Because she froze. She
froze on mine too.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's do it again. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Saturday Shade. I'm your host, Nene Kabutey. And on today's topic, we're going to talk about moving for love. I don't know about y'all, but it's going to be a stretch for me to do that. But to have this conversation, I have some awesome people with me here today. We have Kailyn, we have J Rose, and we have Alexa as well. She wanted like a special intro, so.
I didn't.
Oh God, no, that is funny though. Don't forget to follow us on social media platforms. On Twitter, it's SS&Kabutey, Instagram, Saturday Shade, and do not forget to hashtag Saturday Shade as well. So, my awesome people, my guests, we are going to talk about this today. But before I forget, I'm actually repping one of Alexa's T-shirt brands. It says I Rose Again. That is the name of his brand. So check him out on IG. And he has a very special message that says, fall 7 times and get back on the 8th one. So please make this make sense to you, okay? You don't need nobody to tell you. Make it make sense to you, okay? Life is not easy. We know it's been rough since the pandemic. But guess what? Have faith and do what you got to do. But until then, let's go with this conversation, okay? So it says moving for love. I want to know y'all's perspective on that part. I know you have some experts in this. So who's gonna go first? I'm not gonna assign this.
Okay, I have a question. How far are we moving?
No question.
It can be overseas. It can be like moving in together. It can be like in a different state. So, it's everything that actually entails about moving in with someone when you guys in a relationship. Either it's heading to marriage or divorce, however it goes. That's just
okay. It's a good. I don't know. You put it into perspective. I guess when you say it could also be moving in together. Like you're like that person is like ready to take the next step and they want to move in with you and you love them. So technically you're doing it for love. So yeah, okay, I can see that. That's like a lot of people consider that like the next step in relationships. Like you've been together for a certain amount of time. I don't know about everybody's beliefs, but I know I subscribe to the belief. I try to subscribe to the belief that you don't just date and then move in. You kind of you want to. There needs to be a foundation. The way I see it, I feel like there needs to be a foundation like marriage. But I know that we all can't. We all ain't able. So
okay, this is my opinion, right? Because I've been married before, so Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yours. So this is my thing. When I got married, I actually we dated, whatever. Then we got married, and then we moved in together. So we did the right way, right?
Okay.
However,
oops.
I think that I would never do it again.
Right.
I would like to get to know the person. I would like to live with somebody first, and then get it, because I feel like you don't really know people until you live with them.
That's true. It's easier said than done, right? It's ideal.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm married, but I didn't do it like that. If I'm being honest, I shared common spaces with my current husband before we got married.
Yeah.
It was easier to get married because I felt like I know him now. When we get our own apartment, I know already what it is like to share a space with this person. I know what it's like to share to sleep. Because you never know. What if you're a light sleeper and you get married, you get actually married, like paperwork, everything. And then you go to sleep with this person, just regular sleep, nothing special, and then they're snoring next level, like Grizzly. And then now you want a divorce, what? That's
girl, that happened to me, okay? Oh my.
Hold on. Hold on real quick. I was going to say something. Kailyn, when you use the word subscribe, right? I was like, oh, I hope she don't say OnlyFans, because that's the only thing.
No, I just mean I consider myself.
I know, but I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of things people subscribe to these days.
I'm spiritual, so I do feel like it's a very hard thing to do, to just decide to move in with someone, marry someone and then move in with them, because there's just so much. Yeah. You just don't want to find yourself falling out of love or getting a divorce over something small. Okay. So getting to know a person as a whole, in all spaces, with their family, with their friends,
the good and the bad, everything.
With you, it matters. I feel like it matters. I feel like we should update the way we see that.
So you pretty much, you want us to normalize, moving in before getting married,
or at least getting to know someone in different elements, like when they first wake up, when they're about to go to sleep, when they're tired or grumpy.
Yeah, do you brush your teeth before you go to sleep?
Because even going away on a weekend with somebody, they're gonna do things a little differently for that week. Of course, they're with you, right? Yeah. It's the normal day-to-day things that you need to really know, because little things like leaving the cap off the toothpaste, that could bother you to the next level. Like
leaving the toilet seat up, a lot of things bother me. My OC is so high. Sometimes I'm like, okay, calm down. You live by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, wait, so you left the toilet seat up?
No, I'm just how some people talk about this is just an example,
Yeah, okay.
Don't leave dishes in the sink. It bothers my soul.
Right.
My OC is so I love it when it smells so good. So I literally have air fresheners everywhere.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I got candles everywhere.
See, I don't like candles because I've been seeing people burn their houses down and shit.
Low key.
I like candles.
Yeah, I'm
a candle person. I'm literally obsessed. They're everywhere.
I don't just have them burning. I have them for special occasions, I guess. So.
Special occasion. What? Okay, Alex, I see you.
Do you mind sharing?
Let me sip my tea. Let me sip my water.
Then you gonna take a sip of the juice, huh?
Oh yeah. So
yeah, okay. But the thing is, I just turned 33, and I've yet to have someone.
Don't crack.
Yeah.
I've
yet to have someone actually live with me, and I had this house since I was 20.
Okay.
Okay.
A little flex.
Yeah. No, it's not a flex. I'm just saying it's been 13 years. I probably had like family members, whatever, but that's probably about it. Not like a serious relationship.
Is it are you afraid of that, or you just don't like?
I think
do you
I'm real
cool on the person to make that.
It's that, and a lot of stuff gets on my nerves. So I like my peace. I love my peace. I like being by myself. And if I had to sleep in another room, I will.
just to have that peace. But you know what's crazy? Yeah. When you love somebody, I mean, like really, really love, like in love with their being, little things that bother you, like the littlest things, it's just they don't go away, but you just become so much more willing. And this is not a negative thing per se. So just because smacking, like eating food a certain way, it grinds my gears. And my husband does it. And sometimes I'm like, oh, babe, like, do you not hear yourself? And then other times I hear it and I'm like, I don't even make a comment because I'm like, I'd rather have him.
But then again, it's like those things though, like you're not gonna get a divorce because of that. Like,
absolutely not.
Well, you never know. Some people are very particular, and little things add up, and so.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, but I feel like if you're like that, then don't get married because
then don't share it. Yeah.
You have to accept the person. A lot of people don't understand the real meaning of marriage. I feel like so. You know, I wouldn't.
I see it as permanent too. I mean, that sounds kind of, because you can get a divorce and you can choose to do something else. But when I married him, I was like, this is it. So I don't know what you're gonna do.
But I don't play. When people want things to be so perfect, I'm like, guess what you can do? You can actually build yourself a wife or a husband. That's it. And that is not going to happen in this world. You can never build anybody.
You know, I don't want the perfect person, but one thing that does get on my nerves is when people start pointing out things that I'm doing wrong. And I'll overlook a lot of stuff. And because I'm usually in my own little world. And that's why a lot of things don't bother me because I'm in my own little world. If you smack, I'll probably just go eat in another room. If you do this,
but you gotta be with that. One thing you mentioned was the 13 years. And I did want to say something about that before I forget. Sometimes it literally becomes
norm for you.
Yeah. And it becomes so long of amount of time that it becomes scary when it doesn't have to be. So now you've been living one way for so long and you weren't purposely choosing necessarily to push people away. But then eventually, now that it's been 13 years, now you're like, you begin to kind of start pushing people away because to keep that normalcy in your life, that like consistency. Yeah. So do you find yourself pushing people away?
Yeah.
To maintain? Yeah.
That's that toxic area shit.
You want me to be toxic so bad? That's another story.
So bad. Right?
That's another.
But moving in, okay. So moving in, moving in is one of them, right? Yeah. But moving away, see, that's my expertise.
So my question, I was going to ask the question. I think Alexa just brought that up. So Alex, I assume you're an Aries, right?
Okay.
That's your sign.
Yes, Aries.
Okay, I'm a Taurus.
Yes, Taurus.
There we go. Hey, what's yours?
I'm the same sign as Beyonce, so I'll let y'all figure that out.
Okay, Virgo.
We gotta figure it out like it's So let me tell you, my dad and Beyonce share the same birthday, right? September 4th.
September 4th, yeah.
Calm down. Okay, look, calm down. Like, calm down.
It gotta mean something. I don't know what, but it means something. For sure. What? I don't know. You never know. You just never know. It's just out there in the universe. You never know.
Jesus. I'm going to get back to you on that one. So my thing is like, before, I think a lot of people do that as well. Coming from like an African background, people move because of love. Maybe let's say like the wife or the husband lives in the US or like in any European country and they get married and the wife or whoever is in a different country has to move across borders to join the other person. Ooh. It's hard because people don't realize the culture shock when you travel. Things are not going to be the same.
Exactly.
It's like even in the US, everything we do is like on a go basis. Like it's like this nonstop. Okay. Meanwhile, when you go back home, it's like very like calm. It's like it's very normal. But when they get here, sometimes, and I actually use myself as an example. When I moved here about years ago, Lord Jesus, years ago. Let me tell you, my first month, I was feeling depressed because guess what? My dad would go to work. All I can do is watch TV. And I love me some Wendy Williams. That's all I pretty much watch. Or maybe Maury, or maybe what's called Jerry Springer. And I'm like, it's boring. All my friends that I actually knew who live in the US, they're not living in the same states. They live in, it's not like something I can just pick a car, like take a bus and just go meet them.
Yeah.
No, we had to talk on the phone all the time. So I'm like, if me going through this and trying to like get married to someone else and bring them over, I think I need to let them know or get like prepared mentally to know this. It's not what you think it's about to be. it's about to be some shit because sometimes you're gonna be lonely, depressed, and you probably might end up just working. And
that's the culture of like Western society. It's just working. And then loneliness. A lot of people work and go. Their schedule is just working, going home, and getting ready for the next work day, and going home. And that is crazy. If I didn't have my husband, I say it all the time, I would probably be alone, and I would probably be like super depressed not because being alone makes you depressed, but because not being able to, like, we live together. So when I'm not at work, I'm at home and I'm sharing my life with him because he is at my home. But if you don't have someone that you can take a moment from work or from your day-to-day life to share your life with just organically because they just so happen to live with you, then it seems like it must be like not lonesome, but just it seems like you have to go out of your way to socialize.
Okay.
So I get to socialize with him, and I don't necessarily have to get on the phone when I want to socialize with someone because I have that with him. So
you in love. You look
you were so much in love. Like you said,
that's beautiful.
Oh you guys, I'm trying to explain it, but I don't really, because he's literally
blushing right now, sis.
He's like my best friend though, like for real. Because like we like the funny stuff we want to show on Instagram or Twitter. At the end of the day, that's him. Yeah. The annoying parts of our days, that's each other. Like I don't know. Even when we want to complain, because if you want to complain about something going on in your life right now, that's him. I don't know.
Oh, that's beautiful. I need that.
Who do you do that? No, for example, Alex, who do you do that with? Do you call, like, do you text somebody? Do you have like a best friend?
Yeah, Alexa.
Oh. Okay, wait, I'm sensing, I'm just gonna be quiet.
This man is funny, y'all. Do not believe nothing he say. Alex don't even call me, text me, none of that.
I got FaceTime screenshots. You want me to send them?
The receipts.
Yo, you are toxic. Oh my God.
They're toxic. You did say.
This man is toxic. I'm so serious.
It's that Aries shit. I know a lot of them.
Hey,
I'm telling you. I wanted to move across, like out of the country from my. I think I would.
I don't know about that part. Like I don't
know either.
Listen,
because I already kind of want to experience life somewhere else anyway. So. I mean, if I already kind of want to do that, then if the opportunity presents itself, then I feel like I would do that. But that's only because I don't have roots in the form of a family like children yet. So like it doesn't affect it. Well, it affects my family, but it doesn't affect my, immediate extensions like my children. Once that happens, once we have children, then you got to think of it.
That's like a different ballgame because
it's a different.
Yeah, and that's what I realized about most kids.
Okay, so let's say you were married though, right? So let's say me, I'm single, I ain't got nobody, whatever. So imagine what?
All right, go ahead.
Y'all funny. I should have got wine instead of water.
She said she ain't got nobody, but I'm sitting right here. All right, go ahead.
Sir, stop it. Anyway, like I said, I'm single, whatever, right? So I wouldn't like move for somebody. Like, let's say they in New York. I think it depends where they live at. Because there's certain states I just wouldn't do. Like I wouldn't do New York. I wouldn't do California. Like, it's too expensive. It's just too much going on. Like I wouldn't do those things. But if it's like a different,
what y'all trying to say? Y'all don't. I do it now. Y'all can do it.
No, not comfortably. Not living the way I like to live. I can't live.
I guess because maybe I'm single, so I just live it like I want.
But you. Forgot. But see, like
I just became single like a month ago, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, sorry for your loss.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. I was about to like congratulate you on some like, because sometimes it's just, it's a congratulatory thing, and then sometimes it's like, Wait,
what happened? I didn't hear that. What happened?
Well, I just became single like about a month ago, so. Oh. But by the time this airs, it will be a few months in, so yeah.
Listen. Enjoy your singleness, okay?
Yeah, I was about to say enjoy it.
Single life is great.
I got hoes in different zip codes. I'm about to enjoy it now until I can't no more.
I was thinking about moving to Jersey. I was talking to somebody like a long distance relationship for 2 years. But the only reason I was open to it because of what I do. The spoken word and stuff, so I can find gigs anywhere. So it's not
I was about to say it has to benefit you too. It can't just be like I'm moving somewhere and I have absolutely nothing, right? Yeah, you have to. It has to be something where you're not giving up everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It has to be even.
If it doesn't work out, you can always, find a way yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta keep that balance.
The one thing I think is that's the hardest thing is I don't know how you guys are with your family. I know you are, you love your family and everything, like you're real family oriented. And I am too. So when I moved from Houston to Des Moines, that was the hard part. The not being able to just
Iowa. That's what I was like, what are I'm like,
okay. I live in Iowa, my bad. So when I moved from Houston to Iowa, from Texas to Iowa, not being able to just drive 5 minutes to see my mom or 5 minutes to see my grandma or my great grandmother, or just, go to Spring real quick to see my aunts and my cousins. And I just, that part is really hard. I'm not going to lie. It's really hard. We can communicate on FaceTime and everything, but I've never been away so long from my family. I've always kind of had it. Even when Katrina happened, my aunt and my cousins and stuff, they just was like, nothing really happens to their house or anything, but they just moved to Houston because we were in Houston. I mean, that's just kind of like how we've been doing it. We're kind of close. So that part is hard.
I think the biggest part for me would just be moving into an apartment because I already have something set up.
There you go with the little flex again.
No, it's not a flex. It's not a flex. That's like the
girl, he did it again.
Like,
no, it's
you need some monopoly houses to throw at the screen. But that is a flex though. And living in a house versus a different like living arrangement, like maybe a townhome or like where you come from, like a single family home, moving to like a townhome or like an apartment. That is hard because I be looking at the houses out here. Like if we wanted to move into a house, let's just say Houston housing market versus
it's better.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, it's so different. It's like,
why y'all moved there? Like, why?
His job.
Oh, his job.
Yeah. His job. So they gave him an opportunity. He said, what?
No, I was just saying, it's the same with like in LA. I'm trying to find a house. I'm like, this like,
and then they be expensive and ugly. Like, what?
I'm like, no. I'm like, good night.
And Houston, I don't know if everybody has been in Houston. I don't know where everybody is right now, but at least has been in Houston because that's where I'm at. Yeah. And Houston's one of the hardest places I think to go from Houston to somewhere else because the housing market is so good there. You get a lot. I think you get a lot for your money. The standard of living is pretty high. So I think that. Because if we were all in New York or all in somewhere, somewhere else, or just somewhere up north,
it's easy to move, and
it'd be easy. I think it'd be easier to move. Like if I was from Pennsylvania, I would move.
That's just
no shade, but I'm just saying, up in them areas, the houses be like $500,000-$600,000 for like a 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
That's what it looks like. Who did it and why?
A 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 1 bath. You have one?
Pennsylvania sound ugly.
In a house, though. Not an apartment, a house. Like,
I'm good at here. That's why I don't see myself moving out of Houston, to be honest. I feel like I have to find my person here, or they gotta move here.
Or they gotta move here something.
Yeah.
Or they gotta move for love.
So that's what I'm gonna say. Yours is gonna be probably moving for love. Most likely, except Kailyn, because she's done it already. So she's like,
I've already done it.
Yeah, she's like, I've been there, done that, bought a house, bought a t-shirt, what's up? We haven't done it yet, okay? I haven't done it yet. But I feel like, I don't know if I might move for love. Now, this sounds very, controlling, but I'm like, I would not want to move, but I don't mind the person moving.
Moving for you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but that's how I feel.
No,
I'm open to moving.
But you haven't met your person yet. I guarantee you might look at things a little differently if you met
now, yes, because obviously, right now, yes, if it happens, okay, well, someone I was talking to.
I'm not gonna lie, when we in love, when we love people.
Yeah, so someone I was actually talking to.
All kind of shit when you love somebody.
Do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Because I was about to do one. Okay, let me this is just a quick example. Someone I was actually talking to was gonna move from like a different country, right?
Oh,
move here. I'm like, you know what? But the person, she loved to live in Atlanta. So I'm like, okay, my job, it's okay. I can move to Atlanta and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I guess we can all sacrifice and make that happen. So I have a problem with that, even though I don't really like Atlanta like that. But if I had to do it, for the sake of like, my wife and like kids and stuff, okay, let's do it. But that didn't happen right now, so I'm good. So I'm gonna be on my whole wish. I'll be on rotation until I can't no more. But
I can,
But I mean, it happens though, and I think people do it because sometimes they just fall so much in love and not see any red flags or anything. Then again, I just want to be clear. I don't think there's any perfect relationship in this world. You're gonna have your ups and downs.
Yeah.
That's what makes it better. You just learn, live, and kind of like just grow with it and just like, okay, that's how it is. We can learn this. Next time, I know you don't like to do this, so we can like it's kind of like a growing pains, I guess.
Yeah, but I think it also can bring you moving to a place where neither of you have ties can also, I think, bring you together and draw you closer as a couple because you're in a new situation and you're navigating that new situation together. Like both of you guys are learning to do something new together. So there's that and it kind of makes you. It gives you a lot, not in common because you should already have some stuff in common, but it gives you another thing to feel.
New journey that you guys
feel. Yeah, it's a new journey. So like the empathy I feel for him, going on his job for the first time and navigating the area is the same empathy he feels for me because, I'm new to this area too. And I'm, meeting new people too and new friends. And I mean, it's honestly, I like the experience. I would do it again. I mean, we're not going to stay here forever, but...
Yeah, it's all about the experience. I feel like everything that you do in life, it's all about the experience. And, it's either you're going to take the good way or the bad way. It's your choice.
Yeah, and everything's also a risk. Like, I've learned, relationships are a risk. So you have to be open-minded. You know what I'm saying? Even to, meeting new people, you have to be open-minded and always be like, okay, this could either work or, it might not work. So... just having that in your mind, and reminding yourself that it can work.
Mr. J. Rose house. What is your? I mean, we just want to know. But you haven't, like you said, you have your own house, okay?
Yeah.
Which is great. So for you, I know you said you're open to moving, right?
Yeah.
What if, let's say, maybe in your mind you want to maybe keep the house, like maybe rent it out, like make some money off or whatever?
Yeah, I would be open. I would be open to doing that and probably like moving on the outskirts somewhere. A nicer house, a bigger house. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Okay. That means bigger house.
Another flex.
Kids.
You out here flexing today.
What?
That's not a bad idea at all, though.
No, but that is at least you're into. Because some people, they accomplish something real big, like, for example, having a house, and they feel when it's time to get in a relationship, they feel like, no, this is my accomplishment. So you moving into this house that I accomplished, or we're not going to be nowhere. So that's good that you are open to possibly renting out your house and making a home with that person somewhere.
Yeah, that's what,
good.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of people, I know a lot of females who are very, what words do I want to use? Actually, like well established. They have their own house and everything, right? And it's like once they get together with like the significant other, it's like, okay, I have my own house already. So because I know some people actually feel like it's a threat for the females to have like their own shit together, and like the guy coming in is like, yeah, because I know a few people who actually own their own houses and they live with their, but I think sometimes that is a threat in different ways.
It's a threat in the sense of, if I know a lot of people who feel like if she really loves me, she'll go out on a limb and get rid of her space if she trusts that this relationship can work, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if whether it's an apartment that she won't stop paying for just in case she needs a place to go if something goes south, or if it's a house and she's like, I don't want to get rid of my house, I'll live with you in your space, but I'm not going to get rid of my space. Some of the significant others want you to prove that you believe in the relationship, like getting rid of what you have.
But that's kind of manipulation, though. It sounds.
Yeah, 100%.
It is
100%.
Like it is.
I agree.
Yeah. Don't come and tell me what I'm. Maybe no. Mm-mm.
But if you see it like that, I could see a person seeing that as a threat, right?
Yeah.
Like you already having a plan B. You don't like. I had an ex, and he felt like everything I did was like, I already am preparing just in case the relationship doesn't work. And I was like that. I would say that
my one I know?
No.
From the motherland?
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah. And so so the person who I'm with right now, who I plan to spend the rest of my life with, I was doing that kind of like when we first started dating too. And he kind of helped me to take more risk. Like when you said about the risk thing, I was like, yeah. And he kind of taught me to do that, but in a loving, caring way. And now I'm just open to doing things. Like I'm open to taking more risks because I feel like, there could possibly be a reward, and it feels great to I don't even know how to explain it.
With him, that's your partner too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why not take risks together? Like that's even better.
That's exactly what we do. I no longer prepare for just in case it's over. Like just in case it's over. I'm more in it. I'm more in real time than I used to be.
Okay.
And it feels great.
Great. Sorry. This conversation has been amazing. I feel like, damn, this is a lot. Okay. A lot. So this is just going to be part one of this conversation because, in part two, viewers and listeners, we have a lot of questions coming up. So stay tuned. And on the next episode, we will enjoy the second part of this conversation that talks about moving for love. But thank you, listeners and viewers, so much for tuning in. We'll be back next week, the second part of this conversation. So don't forget to hashtag Saturday Shade. Follow us on Twitter, @SSON Kabutey, and on Instagram, Saturday Shade as well. Saturday Shade, it is all about the fun.